What's up guys, this is Devil's Talent here, and in today's video we're going to be going over RichHomieQuinn's dominant performance in the Hype Night, the first official tournament of Chapter 2 Season 3. Now I understand that you're not going to be seeing the best players in Hype Night and he has a ton of high kill games, but this is going to be really important for your early games in solo FNCS and Cash Cups, where you're going to need to W key and get a bunch of kills early on lesser skilled lobbies. But before I get into the VOD review, guys, if you do enjoy my content or find what I'm telling you helpful, please drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright guys, as you can see on the screen, we have RichHomieQuinn, one of the best players on NA West. He is a player for Extra Gaming and a coach, so an IGL player, not the most gifted mechanical player, but one of the most gifted players in terms of IQ. But we're going to analyze his W keying today because it was absolutely incredible how many kills he was able to get in this early season format. And again, I'm going to talk about at the end of the video kind of a compilation of everything that I saw and what's important. So you can see he's at caddy corner. Again, it has a green tack versus a charged shotgun. Gets an easy crack. So you may ask why he's resetting a bunch and a ton like that. He's resetting a bunch like that because his opponent has a charged shotgun. So he's resetting, baiting a shot, because he knows if his opponent shoots out his wall, if he quickly resets with scroll wheel, that opponent will break the wall and he'll have free tags. His opponent, again, not being aware of where he is in the map, goes back into this area where he cannot build and unfortunately dies. So Quinn gets an easy pickup early with attack, which again, I prefer fighting with in solos, and I've stated that in previous VOD reviews, unless you have, again, mythic loot. So he does get the mythic loot here, no problem. Makes it out of here. Unfortunately, opponent takes the wall. And just gets SMG there again. As soon as you get into these box fights with a charged shotgun, it's pretty awkward at times. And even with a mythic one, it can sometimes get you caught. The guy takes the wall. Unfortunately, Quinn doesn't get the edit out there on the side, and he succumbs early. So not a good first game, getting 51 place. But I believe what he's doing here, he's not landing caddy corner. He's going from outer places like Weather Station and Mountain, and then coming in and third partying.
Dude, I'm so bad right now.
It's okay. He makes it up for it, Quinn. You're definitely not bad. So again, as you see, he's rotating caddy corner because there's about 60 people left. Has a blue tack. Takes all the piece control. Really, really huge right there. Gets kind of the Kuna classic right there. Getting that ramp. Makes things awkward for his opponent. He hits his shots. With attack again. Boom. Not the best damage, but gets good shots. A measly 32. He's fighting the guy with the big boy grappler. Doesn't get any tags, but good job of applying pressure. That was really huge. You're gonna see a lot of big build fights as well. Gets a guy pretty much kind of clueless, not using the mythic loot. I don't know if the guy didn't have any nades. He didn't, as you could tell. Misses a shot here. This is great. What you could do is you could jump down, hold it, and hit jump shots. Boom, easy. Great attempt at piece control there. Doesn't get it. Another good attempt at piece control there, but doesn't get it. The guy, again, doesn't hit him for a lot because the attack's not really good for damage. Notice how he's, again, waiting his opponents to make the play. And I talk about this with VOD review with Scoped and other solos and trios. Is kind of, you have to play a little bit more passive and let your opponent kind of make all the plays on you and allow your charge shotgun time and let your opponent come to you. He does that there, gets an easy kill. Coming up to this fight, he's third partying. He notices that the build's only on basically 2 layers. Cracks, easy finish with fall damage, and gets another kill with fall damage. I understand, again, this is Hype Night, but you got to be able to recognize those type of situations where chopping is superior. Really almost a good move there with an edit through cone, something that 100 Thieves Parallax used to create back in the day. If you're an OG fan of Fortnite, with that move of editing through the flat in the cone. Again, huge crack, and then P90 again. I've talked about it. Go watch. That was such a good kill. We can just kind of watch that. Just what he does there, so smart with his opponent. And what his opponent, again, that's just dumb. to do is, again, never really try to make offensive plays when someone's holding a charged shotgun in your face, because you're going to get absolutely cracked for everything. He has the mythic, but even a gray one will crack for a significant amount of damage. You don't want to edit on players who are sitting in front of your wall holding a charged shotgun. So the guy made a huge mistake. And then again, talking about in this meta, not even needing to carry an AR, especially when you have this mythic loot, when you're bouncing around the map, because all of your fights are going to be just so close quarters that you're going to want to have a compact or an SMG to finish up your huge crack with your charge if you're fortunate enough to get that. Or if you miss or don't get that huge crack, you want to have that DPS that's going to at least give you a chance, hopefully, that your opponent doesn't crack you too hard. But again, what this opponent does wrong is Quinn is sitting on this box holding a charged shotgun, crosshair placement. Know that this player is underneath his ramp and only has one edit to ramp, and basically hits a 214 easy damage shot. That guy was dead. That is not the play of Mr. Twitch. So, boom, easy crack again. I'm using the mythic loot. I talk about it in all VOD reviews. All the best players in the game, they have these hugely insane highly kill games because they have the loot. You know, Benji abusing the grappler, Scope abusing this exact same setup. It's the most broken. It somehow seems to be more broken. Just talking about the kill again, chopping down. It's so good, and it's so good for the charged shotgun because you can, as the buildings fall, you can charge your shotgun, and your opponent is most likely going to be worried about catching himself, usually allowing you, if you're fast enough or have good enough crosshair placement, to get a free kill. Boom. Easy, just going to fights and getting huge cracks. Compact. Right here, this is so good, so smart right here. Boom, using a little phase technique to safely just spray. Compact ends that fight so fast. He could have what he could have done as well, he could have placed the wall back there for extra piece control to make sure that his opponent didn't have the opportunity to escape, but got the kill before that happened, so again, good. But again, the piece control would have guaranteed that he would have definitely gotten that kill. So again, now he's got more opportunities for mythic loot, and look, he takes the grapplers for even more mobility. So good again. The guy was a little bit shambles, but again, just watch what he does here. That just charges his shotgun. Notice the angle that he's playing again. This is kind of an interesting angle. Notice how he's hugging the wall to make sure he's protected. Resets. He doesn't even hit that hard. His opponent must have been super weak. Again, not a super crazy shot, but again, score reset. No problem, no problem. Not much to say there. Ooh, he's a little bit cracked, sitting only on 120 health. Ooh, little great mechanics there. Realizing where your opponent is and having piece control, just ending it down. Getting it pressured from above. Doing a good job of recognizing his pressure. And again, we're going to talk about this. I've already talked about this again. Just if you're got a guy sitting in front of your box, don't make an edit play that's going to give him a free crack, because then you're just going to get one pumped. And that's exactly what happens. The guy's sitting in a cone. What that guy needs to do, I don't think he even had the possibility to, is edit down. Don't be hiding in a wood cone. At least make it metal or brick so you're harder to see. Like, it's so obvious in a wood cone. So again, and I understand this is Hype Night. I understand this is early rounds of Hype Night. But again, W King, you want to get kills in these lobbies because these are going to be your easiest abilities to get frags. Good again. And Mitra Classic, you saw Scope kind of use this again. Going for the piece control. Doesn't get it. Right there. And maybe you're wondering why a door. Maybe it's a misedit, but again, you're going to see that doors with a charge shotgun, you can able to hold your charge and kind of get a peek angle. So you're going to see that frequently instead of the triple edits or three-corner edits. Boom. Again, abusing the mythic loot. Boom. Drops an easy opponent down, and he's having a whopping game with 15 kills right now. Things get a little bit scuffed here. Look at here. Talk about the door. Just talked about. Exactly perfect angle. Boom. And then edits through. The guy takes a 50-50 for no reason. But again, we're going to just talk about with the door. No sound. Easy peasy. What you need to be doing in this meta with the charged shotgun. So Quinn sees this opponent right here. Doesn't actually see him. Gets cracked for a little bit, but not panicking. Look what he does here. He does movement to the left here. Correct. Gets the wall. And then edits a door. And then this gives him time and protection to charge his shotgun. He opens up the door. Gets an easy, huge crack. Resets immediately. Holds. And then edits. And then look what he does when he edits. He moves to his left to avoid this guy's spray that's going to be right here because he has right hand peek advantage, and then switches to the compact because what does the compact do? We've seen it. I've seen it in tons and tons. Compact, Benji Fish abusing it. Scoped abusing it. Compacts end fights fast. Boom. And I understand he's already cracked, but even if Quinn had hit him for 100, that compact would have finished that fight just like that with how close he was. So again, we're going to take a look at these next couple of engagements. So you see him on high ground, and again, abusing this mythic loot to go over here, and he hits an absolutely nasty shot midair for his 17th kill. And again, not an AR method, or an AR meta, jeez, can't talk. Sitting here on high ground, gets an easy crack. This gets a little bit sketchy. Guy whiffs, and again, the compact gets one crack, and that's why the mythic isn't so terrible, because even if you don't charge it up, it hits for 100 to the body. So again, not the worst weapon to use or abuse. Again, mythic loot always abuse. Something I always talk about in these VOD reviews. They always have the best loot in the game because that's what's going to allow you to get these huge, humongous kill performances. So you're going to see him landing caddy, 52 people. Probably didn't land here. Probably just again third partying. Sees a guy in a cone. Boom, easy frag. Guys, shambles, no mats. You see this, boom, good crack. You're gonna see most of the traditional box fighting here. Baits the guy with an edit, gets cracked with a charge, but not that hard. Recognizing the opponent makes an edit, and good movement here to duck down below and kind of get for cover. We can kind of watch this whole engagement because it's really good, a good example of movement, mind games, everything you kind of want to worry about when you're playing piece control, all that. This stuff is so good from Quinn right here. Oops, sorry, let me mute. So again, we got a peanut butter peak right here. Gets a crack for 78, so a good solid, especially with a great tack, really good. And so what he does here is he ducks back, gets the cone. I'm gonna restart this and just make sure everything plays smoothly. And just talk through it at slow speed instead of stop starting it. So makes a peanut butter peak right here with the guy's pickaxe out, defenseless, and 78 crack. Goes for the cone right here as he moves to the left to make sure he doesn't get shot. And so he kind of does a little Martaz mind game and then goes for a peek at it. The guy jumps to the side, but Quinn knows that and then lines up his crosshair where he's going to be. They kind of trade shots, but the other guy was at more health advantage. Good reaction here by Quinn, realizing that he had his pickaxe out. He immediately places a Kuna ramp. And then the duck down here low to kind of make his opponent lose track. His opponent jumps up and is like, where is he? And Quinn's got an easy shot on him up in the sky. So great stuff from Quinn right there. Chili peppers, again, something really good to abuse for mobility. And again, mobility. That's kind of the meta. Really smart recognizing right there that that's on one edit through pyramid and this guy's going to drop. Notice he has a gold tack, doesn't have the charge this game. Gets a nice 24 crack for shield. Using the shotgun to make things weak and then spray through. The guy's a little bit lost. And this guy lands right here. This guy makes a huge mistake. Don't ever turn your back to a player on their wall. Maybe he didn't know, but this is going to get you killed a ton of the time, especially if you have someone as good as Quinn, someone with high IQ, a high awareness like he has, constantly always thinking. But again, just looking for peaks, playing edge, not playing super duper aggressive, even Hype Knight, because he wants to get wins. And notice how this guy's back is turned right here, doesn't realize that Quinn's there, than what it is, and then he catches himself on his own stairs. And again, maybe if you have the charged shotgun, you might lose that. He doesn't have a compact to finish fights. So having that gold tack there is really huge. He does find a compact, which again, he's going to pick up and obviously use if he has that opportunity, because right now it's kind of the meta too. It's kind of the spray meta. This is really good here, right here. Easily takes the cone. Notice how he's playing so safe with his piece control, making sure he holds angles. Easy. Do you see how he always he never overcommitted, he never jumped in the box. He just kind of sat back, took the wall, took the piece control, took the cone, and then once he had it, he moved back to the left, make sure that he was going to be more protected, and with the gold tack, he's going to have an ability to put down DPS. Isn't a controller player, so isn't jumping in the box with the compact, but again, with the nerfs to aim assist, really not as big a deal as last season, so get GG's. Gets an easy crack with the compact, again, so good at applying pressure, gets a guy that's looking a little bit lost, and easily picks him up for his 6th frag. He's got floppers, everything. Such a good crack right there. Oh, almost catches him. Doesn't get the cone. Good movement as well. Ooh, gets the cone as well. Piece control. And then using the shotgun like an AR to break builds. Very, very good. The tax clip is so huge. Again, you can use everything about this fight was so good. So, piece control, movement, everything you want to see. So, we'll watch this again in slow motion because, again, there's a lot of great stuff that comes from this. So, as before... Oh, I hate when I forget to mute it. He sees a player. I don't know if he obviously sees the player coming out. He makes a left-hand peek, but he, again, why that's good in that situation is because he has the wall. He attempts at getting piece control, but the guy unfortunately gets the cone above him. He protects himself, side jumps. Realizes that his opponent is healing out there, so doesn't worry about covering his head. Gets a little crack with this nice gold tack. Realizes he can get the floor. Boom, one-shots the ramp, hits it for 24. Hits him again. Boom, hits it again. And the tack shotgun is so good for that if you're not going to abuse the compact. Because as you can see at times, the gold tack hits for nothing. I mean, 24 with a gold weapon is pretty frustrating unless it's just, you know, an SMG with tons of bullet damage. With a shotgun, it's pretty frustrating. But... again, doesn't worry, doesn't panic, knows that his opponent is weak, and just pushes up the fight, and uses kind of the I keep calling it combat. The tack shotgun to kind of just keep spamming, breaking builds, and getting DPS up close. So again, he's on height, and again, you're going to watch just Quinn's awareness is so good. He knows his opponent. This is a 200 IQ. You're going to just see Quinn's IQ in this clip right here. Shoots him in the store, and you notice how he's even reading his opponent right here. He's going to get this easy victory royale just by reading his opponent. And I'm just going to talk about what he's doing here that's so smart. So he gets high ground on his opponent. It's a 1v1. Notices the guy's got a hunting rifle and immediately ducks back. Gets here. Realize this guy's sitting here. This is a 200 IQ big brain play. Notice he's a 1v1. He's got the mythic launcher, and he shoots this impulse grenade and this guy in the store. Now this guy is probably panicked as you could possibly be. And Quinn does a great job of applying pressure. Now watch what he does. Look, he reads his opponent, knows that he has a hunting rifle. His opponent probably knows he has to hit a headshot, that he's not going to have any mobility to get there. But Quinn is already ahead of his opponent, already reading what he's going to do, and pre-ducks the hunting rifle shot. And this guy is dead. He goes for, again, another mythic launcher, and this guy's dead. Just because he's the pressure, and he doesn't get headshot snipe because of his just awareness and IQ. There's not going to be nothing too much to talk about this game. Obviously, he cuts out to how he got in this situation, but he's sitting no shield early on in this fight, and this just shows that there's just sometimes nothing you can do. He does it basically all he can do, which is just basically panic build to the top. I wouldn't say panic build, but the loot that he has is not going to be conducive for getting a kill. He's not going to be able to one-pump, especially with this guy's full health. And he uses every last material he has, and there's nothing you can ask about it. So it's just really a GG's. He's shambles. It happens. It happens, man. It happens. Don't worry about it. Look at this. Little Timmy, this guy looks a little bit lost. Again, a great job of getting piece control. This guy is just so lost in the sauce. But unfortunately, his tech wasn't reloaded.
My gun.
Yep, and that's just an awareness thing. So it happens to the best. But again, he somehow got the thing from Caddy. Only 18 players left, but again, this loot is just going to allow you to pop off. You hear the dumbass marauders in the background. And this is so good. Look right here. He's going to take this wall, and then hold a right-hand peek angle on this guy. And if that's a better player who's obviously more aware, that's stuff you're going to want to do. But again, I understand this is Hype Night. This is all about W King. Boom. Gets, again, a fall damage kill on this guy. Not much to say there. Does a great job of extending out with those extra materials, like not even worrying about it. Placing a ramp behind his head, just being protected. Fakes. Good mechanics right here. Boom. Little peanut butter peek, and this guy nearly just tacks him. But again, just the damage. Sometimes so good with the mythic that he gets 2 quick little punts as opposed to the guy hitting him 10 times with the tacks. And again, for solos, I kind of like the tacks because if the other guy just had a little bit better aim and you know, Quinn would have been dead in this situation. He got a little bit caught. And that's why you notice, like, these box fighting situations where you have to take walls and then wait for shots, it's just a little bit dangerous with a charged shotgun. But again, it's a mythic charged shotgun. That's what I'm taking it. I'm probably taking, obviously, a purple charge over a gray tack. But if you give me a green charge, I'm probably taking a blue tack over a green charge. So, again, Quinn's sitting here kind of good on zone, and again, something he's just noticing that this player is rotating late, and so notice how he's protected to his left, knowing where other players are, not peeking for too long, but applying enough pressure to make sure this guy is not having a fun time on edge zone, and get some cracks, and that's all he needs. Easy peasy. Has the mythic a little pre-fire there, doesn't get the kill. And this is why this is so broken, because boom, he's already on high ground, doesn't have to blow through any materials. Doesn't waste any time. Trying to shoot him into zone, and it's exactly what happens. So smart to do, which you could do, make your opponent take storm damage, panic, see if they have ability. Doesn't get a great tag on them there. But this is why this loot is so good. Boom, easy peasy. This guy has no clue where he is. And again, abusing mythic loot, I talk about it in every view, the best players do it. Great job of leading his opponent right there with that snipe. And then grenades, always so good to carry. Especially in stack games. Really stack games, really good. You get guys boxed up, you can abuse them. Peanut butter peek, floor piece control to edit him. The guy shoots it through. Really good attempt here by Quinn on that. Just good protected. Notice how he holds his build out, anticipating the guy to take the wall. He takes the wall. Doesn't make the best edit in the world, but again, he's using the wall as protection, knows he has health advantage on the guy because he just sniped him, and so he's willing to take that 50-50 and trade shots. He hits your shots and easily wins. Again, Sniper's really good in solos. He's going to catch this guy just sitting here standing still spraying, and he's going to get a free 50 pot from 200 plus meters away. Notice this guy holding his expression machine. We're going to watch this sequence. This sequence is so good and just traditional box fighting. Boom. Cone. He's so protected. Oh, just so good. The movement is so good right here. That's such good traditional box fighting that you can more play with the style with the tack because you don't have to worry about the charged shotgun. But we're going to talk about angles and piece control and all the stuff that he does so excellent in this sequence. So we're going to slow this down. And we're going to mute because it's annoying without mute. So he gets in this situation. He gets in this situation with his opponent right here. Notice how he places a wall here and edits for extra protection and extra piece control. So if this guy comes out, he can't build a wall there to block him off or protect him. Notice how he's, again, you've seen it, I've seen it in VOD reviews with Mongrel, the best players in the world, they're W King and they're playing smart. You know, there's an art to W King. Notice how he's holding this right hand peak and resetting in case the guy makes an edit play, but he doesn't. So then he re-edits. He places a cone here. And this gives this guy no out at all. He's going to, if this guy decides to edit out, he's not going to be able to do anything to Quinn. So Quinn, again, we're making sure that his opponent doesn't make an edit play. He's resetting the wall preemptively. Hits it right on there, makes a right hand peek, ducks to the left, waiting his shotgun to come out. And then again, worries about his reset. The reset allows him to play a little bit safe. But even though he doesn't get a tag, it's okay. Because he's playing safe. He hasn't taken any damage. But when he puts a roof over his head, then makes a great edit. Look at this angle and then ducks towards the wall and easily avoids the shot and then holds that right hand peek, allowing his shotgun to have time to pull out. And he, after the edit, and absolutely dominates his opponent who was weak, and just playing very safe. I don't believe he knew his opponent's HP. He would have maybe played it a little more, you know, aggressive style. But again, it's just smart, IQ, slow, controlled, cerebral gameplay. Cerebral. Situation getting pressure from above. Getting third party. Notice how he switched off of his wood right there because he wants Hazmat to be able to heal. A very interesting left-hand edit. It's just really just knowing that his opponent was there. This is so good. Piece control right there ends the fight. Again, piece control. Very, very, very important in solos, and especially with this. This is more traditional stuff that we're used to seeing without the charged shotgun type meta. Notice right here. So notice that his opponent's right there, gets this wall right here. And so his opponent smartly tries to go up, but Quinn's already thinking, okay, my opponent's going to go up. What am I going to do? I'm going to place a cone. And then he places a floor, and this guy is hosed because he's trying to place a floor like it's below him so he could go up and get away. But now he's stuck in build mode. And Quinn is able, again, with attack to get the shots go off. And again, for traditional box fighting, that's why I prefer the attack. With a huge 21 crack right there with attack. Oh, that floor is so smart. It just saves him. Then you see this guy's just kind of just lost to the sauce. But that floor place it kind of protects him from the one shot, and the guy was just kind of lost. We're fast forward to a quick little fight right here. He's got the mythic, so he can just yeet up. Catches a guy, I don't know, not paying attention or shambles. Looks like he only got... No, he was just not paying attention. He goes up right on this guy, and he doesn't have his best materials, but he's going to height, give him time to heal, so he's full 100. So he gets up to this mountain. Good, make sure his scar is reloaded before he starts taking shots. Unfortunately, doesn't build there in time and gets cracked, and the other guy has the grappler. Quinn runs out of mats. So, has enough time to take some shield. The other guy kills the other player. Quinn jumps up. Unfortunately, dies to zone. Doesn't get enough forward momentum. That's a GG's, but you'll take second, of course. So, 6 kills, second. Good game. So, again, the nades. 76 meters for the nades this season instead of 65. And nades are so powerful in trios and solos. It's just so much possible DPS. And gets a free pickup on a third party. So Quinn sees a little Timmy sitting out here, not paying attention, and oh my god. Yes. This is hype might, ladies and gentlemen. This is the shot. Again, cone piece control. This guy is so screwed. Building on top of these sheds is so bad because you can't build a wall there. So recommend if you're going to box it there, destroy that side of the shed so you can build a wall, because that guy's sitting there holding his builds out, trying to build somewhere that he can't. Quinn puts that cone down and again turns it into a 50-50, and the guy's like, I got to build a wall. And Quinn's like, well, you're dead because you're sitting there looking at me like an idiot. So again, good awareness from Quinn, putting that cone down and just ending that fight super fast. Now this is unfortunate. Quinn is getting pressured by an RPG across the way. This guy is, again, P90 in his box. He's getting pressured from the side. The other guy does a great job. And the other guy ends up... The guy just jumps into his box and then gets killed, just playing a little bit brain dead, which kind of griefs Quinn's game. He's getting pressured from all... Sorry, guys, there was an ad. I do apologize. Annoying. So, again, as you can see, he's at Weather Station, and like I said, he mainly rotates into Caddy. He doesn't hot drop at Caddy because that's kind of 50-50 in your game. So, he's got a purple charge. And again, carrying nades. He tries to connect to the mountain, I believe, there for stability, but realizes it's kind of pointless if he's going to use his nades. So he just chunks them around. Gets a couple good tags. Good. Remembers to reload his AR. And look at this angle. Boom. Edit cone, immediate right hand peek angle. You've been seeing it all day. It's textbook box fighting. Works with a charged shotgun, especially when you have piece control with that cone. Now there's nothing to say about this than this is nasty. Oh my god, he shit on that kid. He shit on him. Beautiful edit through snipe shot. Little Martaz mind games right here. Little Martaz mind games right there. That's just so smart. Get this player to think that you're taking a big shield. He kind of can't really see if he's got his pickaxe out, but this guy already shot his charged shotgun, and Quinn knows that. I may not know that because I'm not as smart as Quinn when I'm playing this game, but Quinn knows that that guy shot his charged shotgun, that guy cannot return fire so as fast as Quinn can edit and shoot. So he baits him with the big pot. The guy shoots his charged shotgun for some reason, and Quinn easily recognizes that, hits his opponent apparently for nothing. The guy was apparently shambles, but again, baits him with the big pot. Little Martaz mind games right there. Playing edge zone again, fourth, just to talk about position, always smart. And oh my god, he's got fucking aimbot. Holy, that guy got fried. Swimming is always dangerous, I guess, would be the lesson learned. That knocks out height, gets an easy crack. Guy Harry Potter's himself, recognizes his opponent, it's about to shoot with a hunting rifle, so he gets the wall one shot, and then the guy shoots it out for him, and Quinn gets the easy kill. Again, just playing ahead of the game. This Quinn's ahead of here is something always you can do. This has always been a meta. When you're ahead in zone and zone's coming in pushing, you sit back and you fry these kids. He's got a launch pad, he's got the mythic raffle, he doesn't have to worry about rotating. And he goes, yep, this guy's dead. Boom, free points. When you have all this mobility, you don't have to worry about things. Got some absolute nasty crack on this guy. He builds fight him a little bit. I'm surprised he did with having one more than mythic raffle, but maybe he wanted to save it for rotation. He had a decent amount of mats. Almost gets him slipping right here, but good pressure with the Scar again. Scar P90, good pressure, and again takes the mythic raffler. He gets zooted. Realizes that height is still his for the taking because it went on a mountain and no one was ahead enough to take it or had the materials. And you're going to see what height can always do for you. You're going to see what it does in the hands of a smart player. Notice how he builds ahead, and then he just kills all the shamble kids down below. Absolutely fries two. Cracks another one. And then it's the last player, which he should know is already weak. And again, he's trying to nade hit launcher him back. He continues to be ahead. Trying to nade launcher him again and back, playing safe. But again, he realizes, hey, I'm not going to get this off. So he decides to just single target, build ahead. Don't waste mats right when you're not getting pressured. And he just pressures the guy and easily finishes the fight. A 10 kill dub. GG's again. Sorry guys, I do apologize. There was another ad for some reason, even though I've already watched this video a bunch. So again, no kills. Not really true W keying style, but it's later levels, so these guys are at least been playing solid enough to be in the top tier lobbies. He gets a nice easy third party pickup, not much to say. And he's kind of shambles this game, not gonna lie. He's sitting here with no materials, only one flopper, and 14 going into either 5th or 6th. Sorry, this is at least 6th. It's first or second moving. But he just does a great job of navigating these old builds. And he kind of waits a little bit, waiting for people to get ahead, and he tanks just a little bit of storm, waiting to get to where he can maximize his flopper usage. Notice how he somehow gets a frag here. I don't know if he attacked someone earlier, but gets a frag somehow. It's not really shown how he gets that frag, but someone died in the storm. Just hitting his shots right there on someone unaware. Unfortunately, most of the loot falls, and he doesn't get a lot of it from it. But notice this guy shambles low ground, gets an easy kill, and he's basically turned a shambles games into a really nice play, a top 5 in a couple kills. You're especially going to take that. Notice his crosshair placement, knows that guy's going to edit. Places a cone using his last build to look for opportunities. Exactly smart. He even takes storm to let this guy get ahead. Cracks this guy who is unaware, and that's what IQ does for you. And this is really unfortunate for Quinn right here. He doesn't get most of the mats. He has to go back to the water and get him, and look who's lurking right here on this wall. Hello! That is so unfortunate, but it really maximized that game. And that's a GG's for Quinn, extra Quinn, 143 points. First in the official first Fortnite tournament of the season. And I understand it's hype night and it's about W keying, as you saw 6.4 average eliminations, 4 victory royales. He had 41% with his eliminations, 59% with his placement because he won so many games. And just to kind of, again, what I'm going to do is just sum up what I saw. And it's kind of stuff that we're going to see. And again, traditionally, box fighting with attack shotgun is one of we talked about. Again, those mechanics don't go away. Those angles don't ever go away. Right hand peek doesn't go away. Just how you use them, even with a charge. You can use that same type of peek where you're one wall away and you duck back behind to let your shotgun charge and then use it. And the attack making more offensive edits, making more peanut butter peeks, and piece control, again, huge, not going to say anything crazy. And abusing the mythic loot and mobility. It's just something that I've seen in every VOD review that the best players in the world are doing right now is they're abusing the hell out of that grenade launcher. They're abusing the hell out of the grappler. They're abusing the hell out of the mythic shotgun. And they're abusing the hell out of the compact. Even though it's not mythic loot, it's almost as good as mythic loot. And you're seeing all these pro players abuse it. Quinn is not an exemption of that. He is just basically playing to the meta, and that is something that you always have to do in these new seasons, is play to the new meta. And that's kind of what I've generally seen with Quinn in this kind of interesting little solo W key type hype night situation that, again, you can you can use what you learned in this video to kind of apply to early games and cash cups that are coming up next month in July. And if you want to enjoy a hype night or two, and if you just want to have fun W keying and practicing, again, use these techniques to improve your W keying skills. Hype night is an absolutely great way to practice W keying that's in a kind of a tournament setting, even though there's not a ton on the line, and you can really get good at basically perfecting your techniques, adapting the new meta, pushing players, if that's something you need to improve on. But again, guys, I hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, please drop a like on this video and hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.